When we say being, we're talking about the fundamental nature of our existence. The quality of our existence will determine the quality of our perception, and the quality of our perception will determine the quality of what we know and what we do not know. Action is a consequence of this. If you put it upside down, then it's like saying fruit, tree, root, soil. That's not how it works. Soil, root, tree, and then fruit. If you put it upside down, you may pull out something forcefully, but the damage is there. Today, I'm working with a whole lot of business leaders in the world, both in India and outside. I wouldn't like to generalize this, but I would say at least 60 to 70% of them, by the time they're 45, they're seriously damaged in many ways. Either they have become emotionally stifled because of a certain type of activity, or many of them are suffering from various types of physical ailments, which is essentially, they believe, is a natural consequence of the kind of job they're doing. Because you're doing things forcefully. If you do not understand the natural order of things as to how life blossoms, if you want the fruit first before the tree, obviously it involves forceful ways of doing things. When you do forceful ways of doing things, one thing may be achieved, but the rest is damaged. Most affluent societies in the world, everywhere, not just here, are going through this. They have become affluent, but the fundamental idea of seeking affluence, either in individual life or in a society or in a nation, is because it will give us a choice fundamentally of nourishment and lifestyles. This is the reason why human beings seek affluence, so that it'll give us a whole choice of nourishment and lifestyles. Now, if you look at people's lives, these choices are not something that they're enjoying. These choices are just freaking them out. People don't know what to eat, people don't know what to do, because we have not handled the most fundamental. You're suffering your well-being. This cannot be excused, because our well-being is coming at a great loss and pain to every other creature on the planet, and we are suffering it simply because we are putting the cart before the horse. So, you cannot do being in the end, doing, knowing and being, no. Being first, how to be. If you don't know how to be, wherever we put you, you will suffer. If you know how to be, whether you work here in San Francisco or you have to work in the Mars, it doesn't matter. Wherever you are, you will know how to do. What will you do? You will function to the best of your intelligence and capability. That's all you can do. Every human being has come with a certain genius. But I would say, because of the type of schooling that we have taken to in across the world, not in any one place, and the way we are approaching life, I would say 95% of the people live and die without ever realizing what is their unique genius. Only 2 to 5% of the people realize the genius of what they are capable of. Rest will all do something that somebody else is doing, they want to do that. They want to do that better than them. That is their idea of well-being. Because of this, a tremendous amount of human genius is simply lost. And that is the biggest crime on the planet, that human genius is stifled because everybody is trying to be in one basket and be on top of everybody else. This is a very rudimentary way of functioning in the world. Unfortunately, that's become the way everywhere.
Swami Vivekananda said, "If only you knew who you really are beyond this body-mind complex, if only you knew your true nature as the divine infinite consciousness, you would realize that whenever you felt weak in your life, whenever you felt fearful in your life, that was nothing more than a dream. Yes, when you feel weak, it's nothing more than a dream. When you have fear in your mind, that's a dream too. When you feel weak, it's like the sun dreaming of darkness. Your very nature is strength, and that is the nature of every person without exception. People differ only on surface. People differ only because of bodies and minds. Deep down on the level of consciousness, we are all one. Unless you touch this dimension of consciousness within yourself, true creativity, true love, true success will always evade you. It is in this dimension of consciousness only can true solutions to your problems be found. The thing is that without this access to your real nature, you will operate in this world through your mind. And you are well aware of the potential of your mind. Your mind has made your life a living hell. The misery that you see in people's lives and in your life too has been the result of living through your mind only. Your mind is nothing but the architect of the hell that you are living in. Buddha said after his enlightenment, "I have come to recognize that which was creating so much suffering in my life. I have come to recognize that which was the builder of hell in my life." So that's your mind. So unless you touch this dimension of consciousness within you, unless you touch this ocean of awareness within you, your mind will keep running your life, and you would never be able to experience the true life. You would never be able to experience the true joy, the true happiness, and true success. You can recognize your true potential only when you touch this dimension of consciousness within yourself. This is what happened with many great scientists and artists. They unknowingly get in touch with that sacred realm of consciousness within themselves, and that reflects later in their works. You must have heard about one of the greatest painters this world has ever seen, Vincent van Gogh. He painted an old chair. He didn't say that's an old chair. He simply looked and looked and looked and felt the beingness of that chair, and then took up the brush and painted it on the canvas. The price of that same chair was merely a few dollars, but the painting of that same chair would easily fetch over $25 to $30 million. So you see, that is how the consciousness, your nature, gets reflected in what you do. If you do anything after getting in touch with your divine infinite nature, the quality of that action increases millionfold. And that is not a hyperbolic statement. I am not exaggerating for effect. That is the ultimate truth. You must first get in touch with the real you you must first get in touch with your divine, infinite nature, and then whatever you do will be of the highest quality. The beauty of your real nature will then reflect in what you do and in what you think. Your mind then won't be able to create any suffering for you. It will in fact become an instrument through which you will be able to express your creativity in your work, and through which you will be able to express your divinity. When this happens, you yourself will know what true success, what true genius really means.